Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about a mindset that defined my life, my career, and my legacy. It's called the Mamba Mentality, and one of its core principles is this: rest at the end, not in the middle. This isn't just about basketball, it's about life. It's about pushing yourself to the limit, staying relentless, and refusing to settle for anything less than greatness. Let me break this down into 10 key points, and I'll explain each one in the way I lived it, unapologetically, relentlessly, and with purpose. The Mamba Mentality is built on one foundational principle: the relentless pursuit of excellence. Excellence isn't a destination, it's a journey. It's not something you achieve once and then sit back to admire. It's a daily commitment, a habit, a way of life. When I was playing, I didn't wake up at 4 a.m. because I enjoyed losing sleep. I did it because I wanted to be better than everyone else. I wanted to be unstoppable. And to be unstoppable, you have to outwork everyone. You have to push yourself to the edge of your limits and then go beyond them. Resting in the middle is for those who are okay with being average. But if you want to be great, you keep going until you've achieved what you set out to do. Excellence is a habit, not an accident, and habits are built through relentless effort, not rest. When you're in the middle of a fight, when you're climbing the mountain, that's not the time to take a break. That's the time to dig deep, to push harder, to keep going. I remember times when I was injured, when I was tired, when I felt like I couldn't go on, but I didn't stop. I kept going because I knew that every moment I took off was a moment someone else was using to get better, and I couldn't let that happen. I couldn't let anyone outwork me. That's the mentality, that's the mindset. You don't rest in the middle, you rest at the end. When you've achieved what you set out to do, excellence isn't easy. It's hard, it's painful, it's demanding, but it's also rewarding. When you look back and see how far you've come, when you see what you've achieved, it's all worth it. So don't rest in the middle. Keep pushing, keep grinding, keep striving for excellence, because that's what the Mamba Mentality is all about. The grind is where greatness is born. It's in those moments when no one is watching, when the lights are off, and when the world is asleep. The middle is where most people quit. They get tired, they get comfortable, and they settle. But not you. You embrace the grind. You love it. You thrive in it because you know that the middle is where champions are made. I didn't win 5 championships by taking it easy. I won because I embraced the pain, the sweat, and the sacrifice. I didn't rest in the middle because I knew that every drop of sweat, every ounce of effort was building towards something greater. The grind is what separates the good from the great. It's what separates those who dream from those who achieve. When I was recovering from injuries, when I was pushing through tough seasons, I didn't take breaks. I didn't rest. I kept going because I knew that the grind was where I would find my strength. It was where I would find my edge. And if you want to achieve greatness, you have to fall in love with the grind. You have to embrace it, own it, and let it fuel you. The grind isn't glamorous. It's not pretty. It's hard, it's dirty, it's exhausting, but it's also where the magic happens. It's where you transform yourself into something greater. It's where you become a champion. So don't shy away from the grind, embrace it, love it, and let it take you where you want to go. People always talk about the end result, the trophies, the accolades, the glory, but the Mamba Mentality is about focusing on the process. It's about falling in love with the daily work. You don't rest in the middle because you understand that every rep, every drill, every moment of effort is building towards something greater. When I was playing, I didn't think about winning championships during the season. I thought about getting better every single day. I thought about perfecting my footwork, my shot, my defense. I thought about the process because I knew that if I focused on the process, the results would take care of themselves. Resisting in the middle is a distraction. It takes your focus away from the process. It makes you lose sight of what's important. And when you lose sight of the process, you lose sight of your goals. So don't rest in the middle, stay focused, stay committed, and keep working on the process. The process isn't always fun, it's not always exciting, but it's necessary. It's what gets you to where you want to go So fall in love with the process, embrace it, and let it guide you to greatness. The Mamba mentality is about doing things the right way, not the easy way. There are no shortcuts to greatness. You can't skip steps. You can't take breaks when the going gets tough. You have to put in the work every single day. I didn't become one of the greatest by cutting corners. I did it by outworking everyone else. When I was young, I saw players who relied on their natural talent. They didn't train as hard and they thought they could get by on their gifts alone. But talent alone isn't enough. Talent might get you started, but it won't keep you going. It won't get you through the tough times. It won't help you when you're injured, when you're tired, when you're facing adversity. That's why I never took shortcuts. I put in the work even when it was hard, even when it hurt, even when I didn't feel like it. Because I knew that every extra hour I spent in the gym, every extra rep I did was building towards something greater. And when you're in the middle of the fight, you don't stop. You keep pushing, you keep grinding, because you know that every ounce of effort you put in will pay off in the end. Shortcuts might seem tempting. They might seem like an easy way out, but they're a trap. They'll only hold you back. So don't take shortcuts. Do the work, put in the effort, and don't rest until you've achieved what you set out to do. The middle is where most people break. It's where doubt creeps in. It's where fatigue sets in. But the Mamba mentality is about mental toughness. It's about pushing through the pain, the doubt, and the fear. You don't rest in the middle because you know that the mind will give up long before the body does, and you refuse to let your mind win. I've been in situations where everything seems stacked against me, injuries, losses, criticism, you name it, but I didn't let those things break me. I used them as fuel. I used them to make myself stronger because I knew that mental toughness is what separates the good from the great. It's what allows you to keep going when everyone else would quit. Mental toughness isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. It's something you develop through hard work, through adversity, through failure. And when you're in the middle of the fight, that's when you need it the most. That's when you have to dig deep to find that inner strength and to keep going. So don't rest in the middle. Stay mentally tough, stay focused, and keep pushing, because that's what champions do. Motivation is fleeting, it comes and goes, but discipline is constant. It's what keeps you going when motivation runs out. The Mamba mentality is about discipline. It's about showing up every single day, no matter how you feel, and doing the work. There were days when I didn't feel like training, days when I was tired, when I was sore, when I just wanted to stay in bed, but I didn't let those feelings stop me. I got up, I went to the gym, and I put in the work because I knew that discipline is what separates the great from the good. Discipline isn't easy, it's hard, it's demanding, but it's also rewarding. When you're disciplined, you don't need motivation. You don't need someone to push you. You push yourself. And that's what the Mamba mentality is all about. So don't rest in the middle. Stay disciplined, stay committed, and keep doing the work, because discipline is the key to greatness. For failure is not the end, it's the beginning. The Mamba mentality is about embracing failure, learning from it, and using it to get better. You don't rest in the middle because you know that failure is just a stepping stone on the path to success. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. It's how you grow, it's how you learn, it's how you become stronger. I've failed more times than I can count. Missed shots, lost games, mistakes, I've made them all. But I didn't let those failures define me. I used them as opportunities to learn, to grow, to improve. One of the most iconic moments of my career was Game 7 of the 2010 NBA Finals against the Boston Celtics. I shot 6 for 24 from the field. 25%, terrible, right? But we won the game, we won the championship. And that's because I didn't let my failures in that game stop me. I kept pushing, I kept fighting, I kept believing. Failure teaches you resilience. It teaches you how to bounce back. It teaches you how to adapt. When I tore my Achilles tendon in 2013, a lot of people thought my career was over, but I didn't see it as the end. I saw it as a challenge. I saw it as an opportunity to prove everyone wrong. And I came back not just to play, but to dominate. Because failure doesn't break you, it builds you. When you're in the middle of the fight, when you're facing failure, that's not the time to rest. That's the time to push harder, to learn more, to get better. Every failure is a lesson. Every lesson brings you closer to greatness. I remember early in my career, during the 1,997 playoffs, I took 4 air balls in a crucial game against the Utah Jazz. 4 shots that didn't even touch the rim. People criticized me. They said I wasn't ready. But I didn't let that stop me. I went back to the gym. I worked on my shot. I worked on my confidence, and I came back stronger. Failure is also about perspective. You have to see it as feedback, not as a final verdict. When I missed shots, I didn't see it as a failure. I saw it as data. I analyzed it. I broke it down. I figured out what went wrong and how to fix it. That's the Mamba mentality. You don't run from failure. You face it, you dissect it, you learn from it. And let me tell you something, failure is inevitable. You're going to fail a lot. But it's not about how many times you fail. It's about how many times you get back up. It's about how many times you keep going. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. I've failed over and over again. But that's why I succeeded, because I never let failure stop me. So don't fear failure, embrace it, learn from it, use it to fuel your journey. When you're in the middle of the fight, when things aren't going your way, that's not the time to rest. That's the time to dig deep, to find that inner strength, and to keep pushing. Because failure is not the end, it's just the beginning. Complacency is the enemy of greatness. The Mamba mentality is about staying hungry, about always wanting more. You don't rest in the middle because you know that there's always more to achieve, more to learn, more to conquer. Even after winning championships, I didn't rest. I didn't get comfortable. I stayed hungry. I kept pushing, kept striving, kept working, because I knew that greatness isn't a one-time achievement. It's a lifelong pursuit. After winning 3 championships in a row with the Lakers, some people thought I'd take it easy, but I didn't. I wanted more. I wanted to prove that I could win without Shaq. I wanted to prove that I could lead a team on my own, and I did. Staying hungry is about never being satisfied. It's about always looking for ways to improve, to grow, to get better. When I won my 5th championship in 2010, I didn't celebrate for long. I was already thinking about the next season. I was already thinking about how to get better, because that's the mentality. You don't rest in the middle. You keep going, you keep striving. So don't rest in the middle. Stay hungry, stay driven, and keep chasing greatness. Leadership isn't about words, it's about actions. The Mamba mentality is about leading by example, about showing others what it takes to be great. You don't rest in the middle because you know that your actions inspire others. When I was a leader on the Lakers, I didn't just talk about hard work, I showed it. I was the first one in the gym and the last one to leave. I pushed myself harder than anyone else, and my teammates saw that. They saw my commitment, my dedication, my work ethic, and it inspired them to do the same. Leadership is about setting the standard. It's about showing others what's possible. When I became a veteran player, I knew that the younger guys were watching me. They were looking to me for guidance, for inspiration, and I didn't take that responsibility lightly. I made sure that every day I was setting the right example. I was showing them what it meant to work hard, to stay focused, to never give up. When you're in the middle of the fight, that's not the time to rest, that's the time to lead. That's the time to show everyone what it takes to be great. I remember during the 2008 Olympics, Coach K, Mike Krzyzewski, told me that the team was looking to me for leadership. They were looking to me to set the tone, and I took that seriously. I made sure that every practice, every game, I was giving 100%. I was showing them what it meant to compete at the highest level. Leadership isn't easy, it's demanding, It requires sacrifice, but it's also rewarding. When you see your teammates rise to the occasion, when you see them push themselves harder because of your example, that's when you know you're doing something right. So don't rest in the middle, lead by example, show others what it takes to be great, and inspire them to do the same. The Mamba mentality is about more than just winning games or achieving personal success. It's about leaving a legacy. It's about making an impact that lasts long after you're gone. You don't rest in the middle because you know that your legacy is built through relentless effort, through sacrifice, through greatness. When I think about my career, I don't just think about the championships or the accolades. I think about the impact I've had on the game, on the players who came after me, on the fans who supported me. I think about the legacy I've left behind. And that's what drives me. That's what keeps me going. Leaving a legacy is about more than just what you achieve. It's about how you achieve it. It's about the way you work, the way you compete, the way you inspire others. I've always believed that the greatest legacy you can leave is the impact you have on others. Whether it's through your work ethic, your dedication, or your passion, you have the power to inspire others to be great. When I retired from basketball, I didn't stop working. I didn't stop striving for greatness. I shifted my focus to other areas: storytelling, mentoring, and empowering the next generation. Because I knew that my legacy wasn't just about what I did on the court, it was about what I did off the court as well. So don't rest in the middle. Keep pushing, keep striving, keep building your legacy, because your legacy is what you leave behind. It's how you'll be remembered, and it's how you'll inspire others to be great. The Mamba mentality is about never settling. It's about always striving for more, always pushing yourself to be better. You don't rest in the middle because you know that there's always more to achieve, more to learn, more to conquer. When I won my first championship, I didn't settle. I wanted more. When I won my 5th championship, I still didn't settle. I wanted to keep going because I knew that greatness isn't about reaching a destination. It's about the journey. It's about constantly pushing yourself to be better. Never settling is about having a growth mindset. It's about always looking for ways to improve, to grow, to evolve. Even after 20 years in the NBA, I was still learning. I was still trying to get better because I knew that the moment you stop growing, you start declining. So don't rest in the middle. Keep pushing, keep striving, keep evolving, because greatness is a journey, not a destination. The Mamba mentality is about more than just personal success. It's about inspiring others to be great. You don't rest in the middle because you know that your actions have the power to inspire others. When I was playing, I knew that there were kids watching me. They were looking up to me, dreaming of being like me, and I took that responsibility seriously. I made sure that every game, every practice, I was giving 100%. I was showing them what it meant to work hard, to stay focused, to never give up. Inspiring others is about more than just words. It's about actions. It's about showing others what's possible. When I scored 81 points in a game, it wasn't just about the points. It was about showing people what's possible when you put in the work, when you stay focused, when you never give up. So don't rest in the middle. Keep pushing, keep striving, keep inspiring others to be great. The Mamba mentality is rooted in one simple truth: outwork everyone. It's not about being the most talented or the most gifted. It's about being the hardest worker in the room. Talent might get you noticed. The hard work will get you remembered. I didn't become one of the greatest basketball players of all time because I was the most talented. I became great because I outworked everyone when I was young. I realized that there were players who were faster, stronger, and more athletic than me. But I also realized that I could control one thing: my work ethic. So I made a decision. I decided that no one would outwork me. Not in the gym, not on the court, not in life. I trained harder, longer, and smarter than anyone else. I woke up at 4 a.m. to get extra shots up before practice. I stayed late after games to work on my weaknesses. I didn't take days off. I didn't make excuses. I just worked. Outworking everyone isn't easy. It's exhausting, it's demanding, but it's also rewarding. When you know you've put in more effort than anyone else, you walk onto the court or into any situation with confidence. You know you've done the work, you know you prepared, and that confidence is unstoppable. So don't rest in the middle. Keep working, keep grinding, keep outworking everyone, because hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. The Mamba mentality is about being obsessed with improvement. It's about constantly looking for ways to get better, to grow, to evolve. You don't rest in the middle because you know that there's always room for improvement. I was never satisfied with where I was. Even after winning championships, even after being named MVP, I always wanted to get better. I studied the game relentlessly. I watched film, analyzed my mistakes, and worked on my weaknesses. I even studied other sports and other athletes to see what I could learn from them. I was obsessed with finding ways to improve. Being obsessed with improvement is about having a growth mindset. It's about believing that you can always get better no matter how good you are. When I tore my Achilles tendon in 2013, I didn't just focus on recovering, I focused on improving. I studied the injury, learned about the recovery process, and worked on my mental toughness. I came back stronger because I was obsessed with improving. So don't rest in the middle. Keep looking for ways to improve. Keep pushing yourself to be better, because the moment you stop improving, you start declining. The Mamba mentality is about focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't. You don't rest in the middle because you know that your energy is best spent on the things you can influence. When I was playing, there were a lot of things I couldn't control. I couldn't control the referees, the media, or the other team, but I could control my effort, my attitude, and my preparation. And that's where I focused my energy. I didn't waste time worrying about things I couldn't control. I focused on what I could control, and I gave it everything I had. Controlling what you can control is about taking responsibility for your own success. It's about focusing on the process, not the outcome. When I missed shots or made mistakes, I didn't blame the referees or the other team. I took responsibility. I analyzed what went wrong and worked on fixing it. So don't rest in the middle. Focus on what you can control. Give it everything you got and let go of the rest. The Mamba mentality is about being fearless. It's about stepping up in the biggest moments, taking the toughest shots, and embracing the pressure. You don't rest in the middle because you know that fear is just an obstacle to overcome. I've always thrived in pressure situations. I wanted the ball in my hands when the game was on the line. I wanted to take the last shot. I wanted to be the one to decide the outcome because I knew that pressure is a privilege. It's an opportunity to show what you're made of. Being fearless isn't about not feeling fear. It's about not letting fear control you. It's about stepping up even when you're scared. When I was a rookie, I wasn't afraid to take big shots, even though I missed a lot of them. I knew that the only way to get better was to keep taking those shots, to keep putting myself in those situations. So don't rest in the middle. Be fearless, embrace the pressure, and step up when it matters most. The Mamba mentality is about being a student of the game. It's about constantly learning, studying, and evolving. You don't rest in the middle because you know that there's always more to learn. I was obsessed with studying the game. I watched film of my opponents, my teammates, and even myself. I studied their tendencies, their strengths, and their weaknesses. I wanted to know everything I could about the game because I knew that knowledge is power. Being a student of the game is about having a curious mind. It's about always asking questions, always looking for ways to improve. When I was recovering from injuries, I studied the recovery process. I learned about nutrition, physical therapy, and mental toughness. I wanted to know everything I could to get back on the court. So don't rest in the middle. Keep learning, keep studying, keep evolving, because the more you know, the better you'll be. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mamba mentality isn't just a mindset, it's a way of life. It's about showing up every single day, giving everything you've got, and refusing to settle for anything less than greatness. It's about outworking everyone, embracing failure, staying hungry, and leaving a legacy that inspires others. But here's the truth. The Mamba mentality isn't just for athletes. It's for anyone who wants to be great. It's for the student studying late into the night, the entrepreneur building their dream, the parent working tirelessly for their family. It's for anyone who refuses to rest in the middle, who keeps pushing, keeps grinding, and keeps striving for more. So I leave you with this. Don't wait for greatness to find you. Go out and chase it. Don't rest in the middle. Don't settle for average. Don't let fear, failure, or fatigue stop you. Keep going, keep fighting, keep believing, because greatness isn't given, it's earned. And it's earned through relentless effort, unwavering focus, and an unshakable belief in yourself. The Mamba mentality is your blueprint, it's your roadmap to greatness, but the journey is yours to take. So what are you waiting for? Get up, get to work, and make your mark on the world. Remember, rest at the end, not in the middle. The world is waiting for your greatness. Go out and show them what you're made of. Thank you.